Dear friends, when I was listening to Dr. Prashant about his book, had I not known that he's an orthopedician, I would have been wondering whether he's a professor of literature or a professor of philosophy. So he spoke with such expertise and with so much depth and mastery over the subjects that it was really very, very impressive. I feel highly privileged to be sitting among so many distinguished people who are all achievers in their field. So it's a proud moment for me in that sense. We have been talking of memories. The book is about deserted memories. When I saw this title, I was wondering what are the implications of deserted memories. Is it memories that we have deserted or the memories that have deserted us? So that's a very interesting concept. And what I realize is that in the book, he has tried to rebuild those memories which could be lost. So it's in a way giving value to memories. Memories are very important. Once I wrote in one of my articles that if you look at it, we consist of memories. What are we? We are memories. Our habits are memories. We pick them up. Now they have got recorded in our brain. When we meet somebody, we recognize him because of memory. We use language which is memory, which is based on memories. We talk of issues which derive from our previous memories. So, I think he has chosen a very important issue to write about. Another thing that came to my mind when I saw the title of this book, I have yet to read it. So, I'm just going by the title, the foreword written by Mr. Prakash, and a few other details that I could pick up. So another interesting thing about memory that came to my mind is that memories have a superstructure. How do memories have a superstructure? Let us say 20 years, 30 years ago, you were sitting in a restaurant somewhere in a foreign land maybe, with someone who was very close to your heart. So those moments became so intense that everything got recorded in your mind. Maybe a painting on the side, the music which was playing, somebody who was sitting by your side maybe a little away. So the entire thing becomes a part of a superstructure of that memory. So when we are trying to rebuild that, I'm sure this is the type of material which is going to come out of the book when I read it, because the way he described his book, I could make out what he's trying to do. He's trying to build back those structures, maybe temples, maybe a cultural element, an element of culture, or something else which is in danger of fading away. So he's trying to build that back. That's what I guess. Let me see how much my guess is borne out by my reading of the book. So another thing that I would like to say that Mr. Indran said, 2 points in fact he made, which I think we need to take away from here and try to implement. One thing he said was about families that have a culture of art, achievement, discipline, and all that. So I think we need to have more and more families like that. I know of some families where, because the mother wrote poetry, therefore the young child at a very young age started writing novels. And these days you can publish a novel in Amazon or somewhere So that resulted in a very positive type of culture in their family. So that was one point which I liked very much. Another is about the mixing of cultures. Like he said, a family which goes from here, travels somewhere else. I happen to learn a few languages. There are at least 7 languages in which I can read, write, speak. And I found that when you learn a new language, you're not just stepping from one thing to something which is similar, but you are stepping into a different world. Because every language has its own style of encapsulating ideas, emotions, etc. So for example, when I was teaching in the university, I started my career as a university teacher of English literature and linguistics. So there I learned Russian, and I found that Russian has such a beautiful style of creating a kind of compact packages. Maybe Armenian has the same style also, because those must be similar. So Russian language creates a sort of packages of meaning. This is also there to a large extent in Tamil and in Sanskritam. These are case-based languages, and they have this particular quality. So I would like to conclude by saying a word about these paintings. This is one painting which I liked very much. It has been very strategically located for this program, for this function, but as you pointed out that those lotuses painting is also very beautiful. There are a number of paintings which are very nice. This painting, for example, of the dancing young man, he has the looks of a typical male dancer. That is the nose, and you change the nose a little bit, you change the features a little bit, and he won't look like a typical Brahmin dancer the way he has been portrayed here. So a lot of attention to details has been given. It's tremendous, and it's very great that within the family you are, in fact, you have misappropriated the entire culture, I would say. A larger portion of what one family should, I think, have. But this is really very great, very appreciable. Thanks for making me a part of this function. Thank you very much.